Good afternoon, good morning, good day, good evening, good night. Shalom, shikamo, wagwan, namaste, subaleng, my people. Mama Suji right here. Walking in the village. After today, I've decided to take this route, and I'm just going to share with you a story of a mama, a lady, a married lady who is married to somebody middle class. In Kenya, that's somebody who can afford to pay a 2-bedroom house, have a Toyota car right there, saloon car, and can afford to take his or her children to a private school where school fees ranges between 10 to 25 per term. That's a middle class person. Stays in a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom house in a middle class area. Places like Buruburu, Komarok. Yeah. Person who can afford that kind of life and can afford 3 meals a day. That is 3 meals a day. That is breakfast, lunch, and supper of fairly a balanced diet in a month. Yeah, within the month. That is, they can afford animal proteins, like milk, meat, and vegetable, fruits, and can afford to take his or her family a weekend outing, like on a Saturday, take them to Uhuru Park. Jamhuri Park is not yet opened. Uhuru Gardens not yet opened. But this is a person who can afford to take them twice in a month. That person is described as a middle class person. Guys, if you are new here, thank you for passing by. And please stick to the channel by subscribing to the channel and also liking the video. Give your comment. This is the channel for Mama Suji. My niche is almost everything that happens in life from born to death. So you'll see all that in my channel. So kindly like the video, comment, give it a like, subscribe. And I've just realized that quite a number of us have not subscribed to the channel. Habari yenu, mama? Okay. Yeah, so quite a number of us are just watching and not subscribing to the channel, which is not good. It's not good, guys. Yeah, you should support the channel by subscribing to it. You subscribe to it to encourage a human who is alive, who is trying to bring out content outside there and entertain you, educate you, and give you word of God as delivered by the Holy Spirit inspired pastors or fathers. Yes. And so it is just important, and it qualifies, of course, for you to do what? To subscribe to the channel. So 42.8 of you have not subscribed, which is injustice. Yeah, it's injustice to humanity, So please subscribe to the channel. I think I've not been reminding people to subscribe to the channel, and so they just pop in there, they watch the videos, they get entertained, but they don't subscribe. So I'm reminding you, kindly subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Mama Suji Missions Vlogs TV channel. Yes. So I want to share with you, I don't know what your thoughts are, but we were talking with a lady, and she didn't want to be shown, but she told me I can share her story, the story. She didn't want to be shown because people would know who the family are. Guys, animals are here. I'm just walking in the estate. I'm just walking like this. This is our village. This our village. So I just walk around. So you can imagine, you are a married woman to the person I've described as a middle class. Yeah, the person I've just described as a middle class. And then you are not able, he cannot allow you to sit in the car. Yeah, in the car without you paying. Yeah, so he says, as long as his children are not in that car and just the two of you traveling, you have to chip in form of fuel. Is that okay? Yeah. Habari ya wewe baba?
Mzuri.
Yes. Mimi naongea na TV yangu.
Oh, nyumbani.
Hii TV iko tu hapa. So naongea. Iko tu hapa ndani. Watu wataona ujioni. Wataona jioni.
Male natembea.
Male natembea, vile naongea, wale nimeongea nao watakuona. Wataona. Jina lako ni nani?
Michael Gitau.
Oh, Michael Gitau. Boma yako iko huku?
Hapa tu.
Wapi?
Kwa Patrick. Unaitwa Patrick?
Obonde. Patrick Obonde. Oh, upande ile?
Hapa ofisi ya maji.
Hapo tu? Opposite? Naiona. Asanti. So, yeah, so we've said hello to Mzee there. Yes. Now you can imagine. So, as I was telling you, that now this lady says how she has had it rough despite having been married to a middle class person. Yeah. Going to Huru Park, yes, they will take the children to Huru Park, plus her, of course, because of caring for the children. Yes, but when they are just alone, it's not possible. Bariako? Yeah, it's not possible when they are just the two of them. Yeah, so they will take them Huru Park, but kind of he will ignore her. There's no conversation between them. He will be playing around with his children. They cannot start a conversation and tell her, my wife, nothing. He will play with the children, and it's like he puts us among the children, and this must be to him she's a bigger child, so he will concentrate on the younger children and all that. Then after that, there'll be ice cream, chips, yeah, people to enjoy that, and then people go back home. Then when things happen, like something happens, like maybe there's a journey going to condole with one of his friends, and people are going with his wives or something like that, we'll say, you know what, everyone is contributing. So it happens that she also works, but not as well paying as the husbands, of course. So she's told, you know what, people, we are traveling, people are going, we are going to condole with so and so whose father or mother has passed on, but people are contributing for the transport. We are going in a convoy of men cars will be on the convoy, and so you have to contribute. So I asked her, are you for real? So he tells you have to contribute. And if you don't contribute, then you don't go. Then then I was like, what will he tell his men friends who have traveled with their wives? He'll say there was something came up. So the other women told her that he would say something came up that she was not able to travel. Yes. And some of the women would tell her, you know what? He came with somebody else. So I guess if you are a grown-up here, you know what I mean by somebody else of a different gender from his. So I'm like, what is that? So did the other gender also contribute? So she doesn't know. She has no idea whether the other gender also contributed. Yeah. So you can imagine what this lady has been going through in her marriage. Then she goes further to tell me that even when he's going for funerals in his own village, the man's village, he would still insist on the lady contributing, and failure to contribute for the fuel, and it's not as little money. You'll say, you know, this vehicle consumes like 40 liters going and 40 liters coming back. So now you're supposed to buy 40 liters of petrol going to their village, and then he will pay 40 liters coming back. And that one, at times, it's so much for a lady. Just say hello. Hello. Where are you people coming from?
Church.
Oh, from church?
Yes.
Tuition?
No.
BBF is what?
Daily vocational Bible studies.
Which church? Deliverance. Where is that? Crossvet. Yes. Nice. That is nice. Thank you. You can watch on Mama Suji YouTube channel. Mama Suji, Suji. Yes. You will see yourself. Yeah. So, guys, like the video, comment, subscribe. And if you are new here, thank you for passing by. Yes, kindly subscribe. So now, when the problem or this normally is about funerals where people travel to their rural homes and all that. So if it's a funeral in his home, what happens? I asked. So what happens? Must you pay as well? Yes, you have to pay. You have to pay. If you really want to go there and be in good books with the villagers, you have to pay and go. Because you know what? He will go and say, he doesn't know the kind of wife he married. Whenever there's a problem in his home, he doesn't want to do what? She doesn't want to be part of it. And in real fact, you really want to be there. But he's not taking you as his wife, whom he's supposed to care for, whom he's supposed to cherish, whom he's supposed to love unconditionally. You see? So what he does, he goes to poison the villagers, that my wife. And then they start saying, my son has not yet married. You should look for another wife. And that makes him very happy. That makes him very happy. So I don't know whether that kind of a person is called, what kind of a person we can give, what kind of a title we can give to such a husband. You see? He leaves you because you did not have the 8,000 or 7,000 or 10,000 for the petrol to go home. And then he goes to say that you refuse to go. But if he's with his other friends, he tells them, you know what, something came up, and abruptly, and so she couldn't travel. And yet you wanted to travel, is only that you did not have that kind of money. And you know, such kind of a man, even your relatives, he cannot assist. He cannot assist them. Maybe you are the only one whose father educated, and your father educated you, selling cows, selling his bicycle, selling everything that he had for you to go to school. And then here it is, here you are now. The man says, now you have to contribute for everything. And you know, such kind of a person, vegetables, everything will always be by this woman. Will always be by. Will always be by this woman. There's a vehicle passing, guys. Is that vehicle that I thought is going this way, but it's now going that way. Yeah. So this lady tells me that is how things have been in her marriage, and she's not a happy lady, guys. She's not a happy lady, because when your heart is not at peace, for sure, even your life cannot. People would look at you and they are like, you are like, you don't match the person you are married to. They'll be like, you know, this lady is older than that man. This lady is blah 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 blah. This lady is only your family who would understand what you are going through in that marriage. His family will not. They'll say you are misusing their brother or their sons. You are misusing their brother or their son's money. You are misusing. They don't see anything that you are doing that is okay. Yeah. So this lady, I really felt for her. I asked her whether we can do a video, but she said no. But you can share the story. So guys, like the video, comment, subscribe, and thank you for passing by. Yeah. So stay tuned. So guys, what kind of a person can we call this man? What kind of a person? One name can we say this person is? Because yeah, I can't imagine you going for courtship with this lady for so long, then you get engaged, you marry her officially or traditionally or legally, and then here now you subject her to psychological trauma. You see, she's not at peace. She's not happy. She's not enjoying life as it was intended to. She has a lot of burden with her, a lot of burden with her. And the person whom she chose her to do life with is subjecting her to such kind of treatment. What can you say? People? Is that the way? I really felt for her, for sure. I really felt for her. Some men can be bad. I don't know the side of the story of the man, but when you look at her, for sure, she's not happy. She's not enjoying the life as it was intended to be by God when he put them into that union. Yeah. What was my advice to her? just to keep doing her best. One day he will come around. Just do your best, take care of the family. One day he will come around. And pray for him. Pray for him, because prayer conquers. What would you advise her in such a situation? She tells me some people advised her when she was having only... At first it was okay, first child, second child, but after the second child, the third and fourth, it has really been a struggle. It has really been a struggle. Some people told her to leave. The writing is on the wall. And she's like, why now? How do I start? How do I start? Where do I go with these 4 children? Some people have told her, you're working, you can fend for yourself and your children. Pack and go, you know. And she's like, now go where? Go where now? Eh? Go where with the children? Where do I go with them? Mm-hmm. How my salary cannot pay rent and pay school bus and pay the school fees. Yeah, I don't want to subject them to that, because we are 5, and for the sake of the 4 children, she says, let me just persevere the treatment. I was like, yeah, because at the end of it, you will not lose. He might be the loser at the end of it, but you will not lose. You keep on persevering, but more so pray without ceasing. Pray, and pray for him to change his ways, because prayers do conquer. Don't leave your marriage. Yeah, that was my advice to this lady. What would be your advice if you were in my position now, having a chat with your fellow woman? Would you tell her to pick up her things and go? Will you tell her now to come to your to come and put up at your place? Yeah, that should not be the case. The family unit must remain intact. Yeah, family unit must remain intact. And so I believe in that unit so much. Despite the difficulties, there's no situation that is permanent. All those situations you are going through, they are what? Temporary. They'll come to pass. And a woman never loses. Yeah? In that battle, a woman never loses. So even you who is outside there and going through the same thing, please remember that at the end of it, you will never lose. Persevere. Pray. He will come around. And it reminded me of a friend, a lady friend of mine. She's now deceased. She started competing. If the man sleeps out, she will go and sleep out also. Even if it's her friend's place, she will go and sleep there to make sure that the husband now remains in that house alone. And they continued like that. Promiscuity started creeping in, and so you do, I do. And then one day, some lady friend of hers, they are not my friends. Me, she was the only friend of mine, and I didn't know those other friends of hers, because Matthew, she was She was a housewife, and me, I used to go to the office. And so she tells me, one day I went to her house, and I was told by the brother-in-law she left. She left for where? No, she left. They had issues with the husband, and then she left. So I waited. Hey, how come she didn't pass by my house to tell me there was an issue? She just left. She just packed. I was told yes. She just packed her things. She packed her big suitcase and left, because they had one child and that child passed on, and so they started that kind of race competition with the husband. You sleep out, I sleep out. You have an affair, I have an affair. So that was hard. It was hard, guys. And so one of the days, some friends, some lady friend just told her, you know what, I've seen your husband. I saw your husband. My camera just the memory card just got full, and so let me just continue on this. So I was telling you, so this lady, I went to her house, and the brother-in-law told me that she left. And I was like, she left for where? When? To where? And then he told me, oh, they had problems with the husband, and so she decided, she just packed her things and left. And I was like, oh, okay. This time she didn't even pass by my house to tell me that things are not okay, and so she's leaving. Okay, then I went back to my house. Then after 4 days, she came back. When she came back, but she didn't go to her house. She came straight to my house. And those days I used to work in a different, I was working in the city. My husband was working in the Rift Valley province. We used to have 7 or 8 provinces in Kenya before the promulgation of the new constitution 2010, where now we have counties, and the counties we have are 47. So there are 8 provinces, guys. My husband used to work in the Rift Valley, and that time I had two kids. And I used to work far in Nairobi city, but very far, like it was far. So navigating and commuting from that place to the city center, then take another bus or matatu to the estate, alight, and then walk. It would take, I would arrive in the house at around 8:30. Sorry. And then when I entered, whom did I see? I found her. They were watching my famous movie, Sarafina. Yeah, so I entered and was like, my friend, you're here. And then she says, yeah, what happened? I asked her, what happened? Hey, you just disappeared like that. Then she told me the story of how those girls saw the husband and all that. And I was like, oh, so it's the other girls who saw your husband. Okay. So I asked her, so you decided to go away because they told you? Then she told me, yeah, me, I'm tired. Imagine I'm tired. Then I asked her, now what has changed? I've decided to come and live with you. Live with me. At least I stay here for a few days, and then, I can see what to do. Then I asked her, when did you leave your husband's house, and where did you go? For all these days, where have you been? Then she told me she went to another friend and another friend. Then I told her, but now me, I don't have a place where you can sleep. Then she told me, no, so we can just sleep together in the bed. I told her, how? We sleep together in my bed. How is that? Told her, no, me, I only share my bed with my husband, nobody else. Told me, but he's not here. He works in the Rift Valley. Yeah, we can sleep together as I figure out. I told her, no, imagine, it can't work. And after a short while, the brother-in-law came because we were young and family friends. So the brother-in-law came and found her there as we were chatting. And so the brother-in-law was like, so Semeji means sister-in-law. Semeji means in-law. So she was like, so you are here. When did you come? Then she was just quiet. And then I told her, please tell him when you came, because I might be mistaken to have been hiding you in my house. Please, just tell them when you came. He said, yeah, I just came. I came at around 5:30. That's what she said. Yeah. Then we talked, we ate supper, and then I told her, imagine, I was serious. We can't share a bed with you. Your house is just next door. Just go back to your house, because you did not catch your husband with those ladies. You didn't catch him with those ladies at all. These people are just telling you and you didn't. But if you caught him and you found it's real, then you have a reason to pack. And not to pack and just lot around it. You just go back to your parents. You go back to your mom so that he can be called for a sit down. That's what I told her. And she was like, no, you mean you are, I've told her no. Imagine, we are not sharing a bed with you, no. I can't share a bed with anybody except my husband. Then she was like, oh, Haki. Then I told the brother-in-law when he was asking for his leave, I told him, no. Go with your sister-in-law. Take her back to your house. Yeah. Please, I want to sleep because tomorrow is work day. I have to sleep. Then we did what? Then they left. So the brother-in-law carried the suitcase and they left. And so that was the reunion with the husband. They stayed on for many more years until she passed on, and may her soul rest in peace. And even the husband passed on 5 years later. The husband also passed on. And so at times it is hard. It is hard, guys. At times it's hard as a friend. And also, ladies, don't rely on people bringing for you words. Telling you, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. Try and build your family. But if you catch him, have a sit. If you are high-tempered, hot-tempered, you can take off to your parents and let him be called for a sit-down, and so the issues can be resolved. And then you do what? You reunite. Because in this world, no one is perfect. No one is perfect. Guys, life is full of surprises. On another occasion, a colleague shared with me that they did not know that another colleague was a wife to a colleague. For many years, they did not know, because the kind of the life the other gender was living was that one up there, up. And the wife, whom they did not know that was a wife, was downtrodden, down there, working, and yet doesn't look like she's working, People did not associate the two to be husband and wife. And, hey, in this world for sure, people did not associate the two to be husband and wife until people went for a funeral. So when they went for a funeral, is when they discovered, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? So and so is wife to so and so. It can't be. They were left wondering, is it? These two have been husband and wife. Yes, and for sure, she's the only wife, no other. But people did not associate the two. They are parallel. They are parallel. They are apart. The two are apart, completely apart. And so you just wonder. You just wonder, what is that? Huh? Huh? Rendezvous life. He is everywhere. He is everywhere, enjoying life to his fullest. To his fullest. While the lady is so humble down there. No fashion, no nothing. They are just, she's just there. She's just there. Very down to earth girl. Hey, guys, this world, if you've not seen, you are yet to see. You are yet to see. They were surprised. They were surprised. They could not believe it. Some of them, they were feeling a lot of hatred towards the person. You mean this has been his wife and he's not taking good care of her? What? What is this? They came back and they were not a happy lot. Eh? They were not a happy lot. They were not a happy lot. They were like, what? Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, like the video. Give comments. Guys, you are not commenting on my videos. I don't know why. Subscribe. And if you are new here, kindly do what? Kindly, if you are new here, kindly subscribe. And with that, thank you so much. Let us meet in the next video. Bye.